So we just finished our 2.1 lesson on our glands in the endocrine system. Now we're going to talk about the other way to send messages throughout the body, and this is focusing on the neurotransmitters. So today we're going to discuss the influence of drugs on neurotransmitters and how does that impact sending messages back and forth.
So in class, we discussed the neuron and how the neuron works and functions. The message that the neuron sends is the neurotransmitter. So that's the chemical message that's being sent between the neurons. The first one that we are going to discuss is acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is responsible for skeletal muscles, also paying attention and arousal, in addition to memory. A lack of acetylcholine in your system leads to Alzheimer's disease. And we know that nicotine can stimulate acetylcholine receptors. So we have seen if you inject nicotine, that we see more activity with the acetylcholine receptors. The second that we are going to discuss today is dopamine. Dopamine is voluntary movement, is one way to remember dopamine, but really it's a reward. That's how I want you to remember dopamine, is reward. We also call this the pleasure neurotransmitter. It's responsible for pleasure and happiness. We know that a lack of dopamine leads to Parkinson's disease. And there's a strong belief that an excess, meaning if you have too much, can lead to schizophrenia or can be responsible for schizophrenia. Now, there's a lot more to schizophrenia than just dopamine. This is one theory. We call it the dopamine theory or the dopamine hypothesis. We also know that cocaine stimulates dopamine. That's why cocaine can be so addictive. It's because it's so pleasurable, because it activates the pleasure principle of your brain, which is why people need more and more cocaine to feel the same high, because after a while, your dopamine receptors are not as affected. The third one, norepinephrine, is responsible for mood and arousal. So we believe that if you have a lack of norepinephrine, that may lead to depressive disorders. Okay, the next three neurotransmitters that we are going to focus on is serotonin. Serotonin helps with the regulation of sleep and wakefulness, eating, and aggression. The lack of serotonin can also lead to depressive disorders, which is sometimes why it can be so difficult to treat depression, is because there could be multiple causes for depression. So it could be depressive disorders. Also, we believe that this plays a role in eating disorders, as well as OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. One way to address this is medications like Prozac and antidepressants. Most antidepressants, and Prozac included, deal with or address the serotonin levels in your brain. Gaba is what we call an inhibitory transmitter. meaning that it slows action down, which is important because if you're slowing action down, you are regulating anxiety, right? If you're anxious, that probably means that you do not have enough GABA in your body, or you don't have enough GABA neurotransmitters. A lack of GABA can lead to anxiety. Some medications that we may use to treat this could be, but not limited to, Valium and anti-anxiety medications. So notice, anti-anxiety medications are different than antidepressants because they're dealing with different neurotransmitters. GABA is going to be more anxiety, serotonin and norepinephrine are going to be more depression. The final neurotransmitter that we're going to discuss today are your endorphins. Your endorphins are very similar to opiate drugs in the structure and effects, so this helps with pain, right? So if you hurt yourself and you don't realize it right away, it's probably because your endorphins have kicked in so that you don't feel the pain. So endorphins help with pain relief, but it also regulates eating behavior.
So, neurotransmitters are the chemicals that send messages throughout our body through the neurons and are responsible for a variety of different things, anywhere from sleeping, eating, drinking, anxiety, disorders like schizophrenia, as well as Alzheimer's. There's a huge responsibility for neurotransmitters within our system, and they fall into our nervous system as a whole.